It's crazy, man. I've been having this haircut for 8 years, and it's crazy, like the power of social media. They put it on social media, and it has been on social media before. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy how it is, man. But that's just how Bill's Mafia is, man. They got the guys start getting a haircut and stuff. You start seeing it all on Instagram and social media and stuff. It's pretty cool.
How comfortable did you feel playing out there with new teammates? It seemed like you've been playing with this defense, for years. The way you was out there.
I mean, I've had a lot of time to gel with these guys. OTAs, training camp. Going into my 12th year in the league, and countless defensive coordinators and head coaches and schemes. And on top of that, I'm a student of the game. I watch all the pass rushers. I watch all the defenses around the league. I aspire to be a GM one day. So you can't be a GM and not understand defenses, offenses, and the infrastructure around teams. So I just felt like being around these guys and being in this defense with Coach Frazier, it just happens. I always like to say I'm a coach's dream as well, and whatever they tell me to do, I just try to go out there and do it to the best of my ability, and that's what it was. It just feels good to go out there and do your job, no matter if it's in a 4-3, 3-4, 3-3, whatever they ask. I just want to go out there and be a coach's dream.
How would you describe Derrick Henry?
Me and Derrick Henry are the exact same size. We exact same size, exact same weight. I think my 40 time is just a little bit faster than he is, and his vertical is just a little bit higher than mine. But it's cool because I always felt like I could play offense. I always felt like I had the skill set to play wide receiver, tight end, quarterback, running back, and to see somebody that's the exact same size as me with the same measurables play running back at an elite level for so many years is pretty cool. I'm living my running back dreams through him.
How quarterback this weekend?
No. No. I mean, it'd be fun, but I let all those guys do that.
How well equipped, as a defensive unit? Obviously, you weren't here last year, but the present defensive front, or whatever. How well equipped are you guys to deal with Henry and whatever in Tennessee, a team that had a lot of success on the ground against Buffalo last year?
I don't know. I mean, this league is just so crazy. You can't really go off of past success and bring that into a game. We have a very solid coaching staff. I feel like these guys will be ready to go. We got a great mindset, and we just got to go out there and play the game. It doesn't matter what we were equipped for before or what we had in the past. We got to play the game on Sunday, and we got a really, really tough, Tennessee Titans team that has been a tough team for a very long time under a great head coach, Coach Vabral, and Ryan Tannehill and all those guys. They have a very, very tough team. From left tackle to right tackle, wide receiver to wide receiver. All the coaches on the coaching staff are tough guys. They like to, sign tough guys, bring tough guys into the organization. So we're gonna have a really, really tough, job on Sunday. But we got a tough team too. We got a lot of smart, tough guys over here too, and we just got to go out there and play the game.
I know it's just one game, and you said you're big into visualization. Is that what you visualize the Bills' pass rush looking like when you decided to come to Buffalo?
Yeah, whenever you visualize success. You don't know what that may be. You don't know how to come. Success comes in so many different ways. And I never thought about defeat. I never thought that we would have, or saw myself or saw our team having a tough, job on Sunday. And I think about that all the time, and it don't always happen like that. But I've had a good mindset, and whenever I think like that, whenever I visualize like that, the percentages are high that we'll go out there and have a good game. It's not always promised, but I just like to live on the optimistic and positive side of things. And went into the game, we expected success, and we just took it one play at a time, and it happened for us. And just because you expect success, just because you're positive and you do everything you're supposed to do, doesn't mean it always happens for you. You still got to go out there and play the game. And we were presented with adversity in that game, and I'm sure we'll be presented with adversity in this game. And that's where you really separate yourself from other teams. Is whenever that adversity hits, you just got to push through and find a way to come out on top. And like I said, we were presented with adversity at SoFi on Thursday night, went into halftime 10-10. Their offense got the ball first, and I'm sure we'll have adversity coming to this game. It's going to be like that every single week. We've got a tough team, like I said before, tough head coach, tough quarterback. I played with the guy. I know Ryan Tannehill really, really well. I'm a fan of him. Fan of him and everything he's done. Great family man, great quarterback. I can't even. I could talk about Ryan Tannehill all day. I love the guy, and Coach Vrabel as well. Whenever you see a defensive guy, have the success that he had with the Patriots and other teams, and then go off to be a DC and then a head coach, man. You root for those guys. But we want to go out there and we want to play the game. We want to take it one play at a time and see what happens.
What does it say about the Allen and Diggs combination to be able to beat a guy like that and the way they did it? I mean, what does that say about your defense and how they beat a premier cornerback?
Elite guys, they get beat sometimes too. Diggs is a elite receiver. Jalen is a elite corner. And I'm sure if we play them 10 times in a row, it probably won't end like that. But the good thing about football is we play one game, then we move on. So we gotta be on that day. And I'm sure this coming up week, if we're still watching the Rams and still keeping in touch, still following those guys, they're gonna go out there strong. If I know it's the same team that I was on last year. This week coming out versus Atlanta, they're going to have their hair on fire. They're going to be ready to go. I'm sure Jalen will have a great game this week. I'm sure he's going to go off. But whenever you have success against corners, it says something about your offense. It says something about wide receivers. I was on the team with Jalen. I saw greatness every single day. I've seen him cover top of the top. I've seen him cover slide. I've seen him play outside linebacker. Seen him do all type of things under the sun, and he's a great player. It's just that day, he didn't have the success that he wanted, and Diggs and Allen had a really good day that day.
I guess what I meant is what it make without I didn't want to diss Jalen at all, but what's it say about the connection, the rapport that Josh and Diggs have?
I think you said it. It's, they had success against Jalen Ramsey, one of the best corners that ever played in the National Football League. They were on fire that day, and I love Josh Allen. Everybody knows that. He was on fire. He was red hot. It didn't matter if he was going to Diggs or Gabe or Isaiah or running the ball. Like, he was on fire, and it all starts with the quarterback. And when you got great receivers like Diggs and Gabe and all the other guys that we got, man, it just works. And on Thursday, it definitely worked for us for sure.
This level of defense was number one last year in a big wide margin. So when you got here, was there a sense you got from the new teammates that wasn't good enough? They thought they had a higher standard?
I just we were number one last year, and that was last year. You want to come in here and they laid the foundation. They had this great defense, Coach Frazier, Coach Washington, all the captains on this team, and they played very, very good defense last year, and you want to roll that type of success over to the next season. It doesn't always happen like that, but you want to roll that type of success over to the next season, and we got off to a great start for sure.
What do you remember about those A&M days with Ryan, especially when you moved from receiver to quarterback?
Oh yeah, he came in as a quarterback. They moved him to receiver. Then our quarterback got hurt. Gerard Johnson got hurt. They moved him back to quarterback, and then Gerard Johnson came back. They moved him back to receiver, and then after Gerard left, it was just Ryan Tannehill for the rest of the time there. And his skill set as a receiver, he definitely carries that over to being a quarterback. He can create space. He can move. He's shifty. He's tough. We were watching cut-ups of games last year. A guy caught a pick, and he just decked the guy on the sideline. He decked the, DB on the sideline. Like, he's a tough guy. He's a great competitor, and those are the type of guys that you want to play with, man. I have nothing but the utmost respect for, Ryan Tannehill. I've seen firsthand the type of, things that he could do. I've been paying close attention to the Titans and all the success that they've had. Watched them in the playoffs last year. I was on the team when the Denver Broncos played the Tennessee Titans and they benched Mariota for Ryan Tannehill. I witnessed that, and I've just been following all along this whole time. And hats off to Ryan Tannehill. He's definitely a leader over there. He's got that team going. I don't think their loss versus the Giants is a clear indicator of the type of team that they are. You see it on the score sheet. You say they lost to the Giants or whatever it is, but it came down to the very end of the game, and the Giants went for two. If it would have went to overtime, who knows what happened? Who knows what happened in that overtime? But like I said, man, I got nothing but respect. I know about the Tennessee Titans very well. You know, I'm familiar with Bud Dupree. You know, I know the type of rusher that he is. Simmons and all of those guys on defense, man. They got a lot of tough guys over there. And I think it starts with the head coach. They bring in tough assistant coaches, tough position coaches. They got a really, really tough D-line coach as well. He coached me at Texas A&M as well. And yeah, man, the offense is tough from tackle to tackle. The rookie from Ohio State, he's a tough guy too. You watch all his college film. He has success against Aiden Hutchinson and all type of rushers, man. They got a really good team over there. And like I said, the loss before is not a clear indicator of what type of team they are. And I expect for them to come out here with their best foot forward, and I expect for it to be tough on Monday.
Defensive line has so many loud, strong personalities. How can Daquan Jones bring some balance there with kind of his steady presence?
I love Daquan, man, and he's a great teammate. He has so much knowledge of the game. We got a lot of guys on the D line, a lot of vets with a lot of knowledge of the game, and like you said, it's a lot of personalities in there. And we just follow Coach Washington Lee. He does a great job of really keeping everybody rounded up. You got guys like Tim Settle and Ed Oliver and myself, and you got Shaq over here. And then you got Jordan Phillips, all of these big, loud personalities. But when it's time for Coach Washington to do his thing, we all just kind of just listen. We all respect the guy. We respect the work that him and Marcus put in, to get us ready. And it's special, man. It's a special room. I've never been in a position room that big with deep tackles and defensive ends. We have fun. We joke. And we got a lot of big laughs in there. But when it's time to go in, I think we all follow, Coach Washington's leadership. He's a great coach. He just commands respect out of everybody, and it's just seamless. It's a good energy in there, good chemistry in there, and I'm happy to be a part of this D-line group. Thank you, guys.